Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtivada. In this video, we will try to learn about generator functions in JavaScript. To understand this, let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here, I have already created main.js and we can write our JS code inside this file. So whenever I execute index.html, all the main.js code will be executed. Let me write my logics here for more understanding. Before going to generator functions, let's try to understand what is the current problem in the traditional functions. Let me create one traditional function. Function traditional function, and inside this I'm having let a equal to 10, and let me print this a value comma a, and let me create b print b value and b. So how to call a traditional function? We all know that just with parenthesis and the function name we can call the traditional functions. Let me quickly jump into browser and let me zoom it. Yeah, let me reload. See here, you have a value 10 and b value 20, but here the problem is if we want to stop our execution at line number 3 or line number 2, will want to resume after certain period of time, then it is not possible in our traditional functions. If you want to achieve this, we come across generator functions. What is a generator function? A generator function is a function which will be used to stop and resume the function execution. Let's try with an example. How to create our generator function? Function with suffix of star, and let me give generator function, that is function name, and inside this let me write the same logic. Let a equal to 10 and console.log of a value comma a, and let b equal to 20 console.log of b value comma b. So I am printing both of this. Now this is the creation of generator function. Generator functions can be created in two ways: either suffixing the function name, function keyword with star, or prefixing the function name with star. Either of the case, but I prefer using function with star. So how to call these generator functions? You cannot call generator function same like traditional functions, because whenever you call the generator functions, it will not start executing the function. It will return a reference for that. So let me catch that reference. Const gen is my reference variable, and I can call generator function. And now whenever I call this generator function, it will return a reference to my gen, and gen is called as a reference for my generator function. So if you go back to the browser and if you reload, nothing happened. So it is not calling our generator function. Then how to call our generator function? We have already created a gen keyword or reference, and every generator function have a method called as next. So let me use gen dot next. Whenever you call next, then our generator function starts invoking. Let me go to the browser, clear, reload. If you see here, a 10 and b 20. So the next function is trying to call and execute whole generator function same like traditional function. But if you want to stop any execution of a generator function, you have a keyword called yield. For example, let me create a console.log inside the generator function, and let me use yield keyword and let me return a. So whenever a generator function sees yield keyword, then it stops its execution. Let me go to the browser, reload. If you see here, I am inside the generator function, but it is not printing a value. Why? Because it has stopped the execution by using the keyword yield. So let me write one more yield b. For the first time when I call the next, it came inside the generator function, it printed this console, then it went to yield and it stopped the execution. Now how to resume the execution of the yield? So now again we can use one more next, then it starts resuming the generator function where it has stopped previously. For example, now in this case, it will print inside the generator function and now it will go to A, then it will stop at seventh line. That means it should not print our B value. Let me go to the browser, clear, refresh. Inside the generator function, A value of 10. So it has printed that A value, but it didn't printed our B value. Why? Because it has stopped the execution at line number 7. So for resuming that again, we can use again one more function called as next. Let me save this, go back, clear, reload. So see here, it has executed for the first time. That means it started invoking with first next keyword or a method, and A value 10. This is for the next method for the second time, and this is for the next method for the third time. So you are able to stop the execution and resume the execution by using next keyword. If you want to stop, you can use yield keyword, and if you want to resume, you can use next method. So now I have used the next method and trying to execute the remaining statements. How it helps us? For example, I have some other traditional function, and in this I want to execute some a plus b operation, c equal to 10 plus 20, and let me print that c value and c. So I have stopped for the first time and I want to resume the generator function after executing my traditional function. Let me call this traditional function, and after this traditional function has been executed, I want to resume my generator function. So let me save this. As per our understanding, for the first time next, it will go and print the console. For the second time, it will call the traditional function. Then it will go to the next method. In this next method, resume the execution from fourth line, and it will stop the execution at seventh line. And again, I want to execute this traditional function. Then again next method. So in this way, we can stop our generator function execution and we can resume our generator function execution. So in this case, let's see the output. Clear, reload. If you see here, inside the generator function, c value is coming from traditional function, and again it printed the a value. That means again a generator function, and next again it is printing c value, then it is printing b value. So here it has been executed the generator function, and here it has been executed the traditional function. Here the same generator function, here traditional function, here again generator function. So that is how we can stop, we can resume, we can stop, we can resume our generator function. Then how to know whether the generator function has been executed completely? Let me print this console, and the same way I want to print the console, and the same way I want to print the console for the last. If you see this, whenever I call the next method, it will return the yield statement. Whatever the yield is returning, it will return the yield statement, as well as it will show you whether that function is in done state or not. Let me go to the browser, reload. See here, inside the generator function, it has returned a value 10. From where it is returning? Because a is holding the 10 value, and whenever I use yield, it will return a value. But what is the state of the function? It is false, because it is not completely done. And now if you go to the second one, second next, that means line number 19. 19 is printing 20 value and done is false, because yield is happened at b. What is the value of b? 20 is the value of b. So it is returning the value as 20. And what is the done state? It was not completed its execution, because one more statement is pending for the execution. So that generator function is returning your b value as well as done as false. And once I call 20th line next, it will execute this console also. And what is the return type of yield? We don't have any yield, so it is returning undefined. And what is the state of that done? True. So if you see the last statement, it is returning undefined value as well as done as true. That means whenever you are using an yield method, it will stop the execution. Whenever you use next method, it will give you an object with two properties, value and done state. If the value is undefined and done is true, that means your execution has been completed. We have two more methods in the generator function. For example, let me clear this all, and here for the first time it will go and it will execute this yield function. Whenever it sees the yield, it stops the execution. And I don't want to execute the remaining statement after completing the yield of A. That means I don't want to execute line number 5. Then how can we stop that execution? We can use something called as return method. So that means it acts same like return inside a function, but here we can return or we can stop the execution intentionally by the developer based on some conditions by using return method. If you use this return method inside the function, that means it is static and it will be executed or terminated at line number 5. But here whenever I want to use the return function, then only it will start terminating the execution. Let me remove this return statement. Save this. For example, let me print gen.next. So what it does, as per our understanding, once I return the statement, my generator function execution is completed. So it should print, this next should print done status as true because it's completed its generator function's execution. Let me go to the browser, clear, reload. If you see here, inside the generator function, next method in line number 17, it is printing a value 10 and done as false. But whenever you see line number 19, it is returning done statement as true. But we have some more statements to be executed by the generator function, but it has returned the done status as true. Why? Because we are using a return method for the generator function. What we will do is, we will use this return statement after two nexts. That means it will execute yield value, it will execute the A value, it will try to stop at B, but the last statement will not be executed because we are using only two next. First next will be executed till first yield, second next will be executed till second yield, the third next should be executed till last statement of the generator function. So if I go back, clear, reload the application, you will see a value 20 done as false, a return value, and here you will see done as false, value as 20. Why? Because here we are calling the next statement and that is not in the done state because 7th line is having yield. I have returned that generator function at 19th line. If I print the console gen.next, it will return as a true status even though it is not printing this B value. Reload. If you see here, we got done as true, but if you see, it is not executing this statement. I don't see any B value at line number 8. So there is no console from the line number 8. That means it is not executing the next statement. By this, how we can understand? Two methods. Number of next methods should be equal to yield plus 1 if you want to execute all the generator function. If you don't want to execute some statements of generator function, we can use return method. In the same way, instead of return, you can even use a method called as throw, which will throw the error for the generator function and it stops the execution. For example, I'm trying to use this throw method in line number 18 and I'm trying to remove one next method. Here, first it will execute this console. It will return the A value with the done as false, but it will throw the error and it will not execute the remaining statements from line number 5. Let me go back, clear, reload. If you see here, it has thrown an error undefined and it is not printing the remaining statements. If you see, the remaining statements are console A, B, yield B, and as well as console B. These are not printing. Why? Because we have used the keyword throw. Whenever you use the keyword throw, it will throw an error as undefined and it will not execute the remaining statement. It acts like both return statement as well as throwing an error. So that is how generator functions will work. A generator function can be used to stop and resume and stop wherever you want, and even you can terminate the generator function dynamically. And the next keyword is used to execute our generator function from top to bottom. Whenever it sees yield, it will stop the execution. Whenever it sees the next, it will start the execution. So that is how next, throw, return as well as yield will work for the generator function. That is how generator functions can be used. I hope you like my video. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Signing off. Thank you.